everybody. This podcast is brought to you by Ryan Geist Brewing.
They are a sponsor.
Unofficial.
Yeah, cheers.
I mean, that's what we're drinking today, right?
Right.
I'll give them some love.
Okay. Cincinnati love.
Eventually, they're going to come back around.
I don't know about that.
I'll leave a note at the end of the show.
All right.
All right, I do have a burning question. And it's been burning ever since we started talking about this.
Okay.
The people who put the little hearts or the little I read this or the little thumbs up on the end of an instant message or a text message, what do they get out of that?
That's your burning
What
question.
do they get from this? Because I'll tell you what happens to me, the receiver of this.
Yep.
I have a problem.
Okay.
I can't stop when I see that little button click up with a little, +1 message or like a little note on there.
Yeah.
Like my inbox at the end of the day is zeroed out. No unread messages.
Wow.
All these little things create things that I have to look at.
Why do people do that? That's your burning
What
question.
do they get from it? What do they get from it? Because I get nothing. What do you get out of it?
What I
As
get
a perpetrator.
a perpetrator
You do this sometimes.
of just what? Of just like
You don't do it that often. There's definitely worse perpetrators.
Okay. So you say something.
I say, hey, what's up? Have you seen such and such message from this person?
Uh-huh.
And you hit the thumbs up like, okay, you read my fucking message? Is that worth a thumbs up? So in the middle of my workflow, now I'm getting this little bing. I'm like, oh, I have a message.
Yeah.
I have some sort of alert going off. It's really hard for me to ignore this. I get nothing from it. You must get something from it. And the people who do it all the time,
must get off a
they
lot.
must get their jollies off on this. I don't understand it at all.
Okay. Well, okay. Good question.
Don't you notice that I never do that back?
Yes, you don't. Yes, you don't. However, what I think people get from that, first of all, fundamentally, people are lazy. Second of all, people want to make sure that you know that they know. I saw it. And
Does it help you to know that I don't care? If I see it, I see it.
Oh, no, I've gathered that in our conversations. No, I got that like 2.5 hours later.
It's an iPhone problem, fundamentally. That's what started this.
Oh, yeah?
Is the people with the iPhones, they can do this to each other. The iMessage.
Yeah.
Oh, I left you on red, and then it became a thing where you had to hit that to show that you had actually acknowledged the message.
Wait, you have an iPhone?
I do.
You're one of those people.
My work phone is an iPhone.
Oh.
But I've witnessed my wife's phone's an iPhone.
Yeah.
I've seen when she talks to people, they
just
thumbs up,
bing, bing,
back and forth every message, and it becomes like a what's the word for it? No, it's not an assault, but it becomes if you don't do it, it becomes an assault.
I see. I never really thought about it, except that fundamentally people are lazy. Like, at a minimum, at a base level, like, in my experience anyways, they just want you to know that they acknowledge, like, they're just giving you acknowledgement. And that is, like, the bare minimum of communication these days, right? If I were to give someone, like, a phone call, someone who does that kind of shit where they mark it and they give you a thumbs up or whatever, if I were to give them a phone call, they would freak the fuck out. Like, I don't know why. Like, you and I are pretty close in age. Do you talk to people on the phone?
I talk to my mom.
Yep.
Other very close family members.
And that's it.
My son.
Yeah.
Wife.
Yep.
I have called my friends.
Yeah.
When text messages
fail. Breakdown.
This actually hurts me to admit.
What?
Because I pride myself in being a very good communicator.
Uh-huh.
I have had to call people.
Yeah. Oh, wait. So that's interesting. You pride yourself on being a good communicator. That's really interesting that you say that.
Why?
Because your impression of people that are just kind of like, hey, acknowledgement, right, is one thing. My impression of people that are just like, okay, I'd rather get a fucking thumbs up. If you're just going to say K, I would just be like, oh, okay. Because what I want to do, like when I see that for some reason.
So that's a 1-for-1 in terms of alerts.
Yeah, exactly. You get the same amount of alerts.
But I'm talking about the people. I'll specifically call out.
Okay.
The people who add lots of alerts to me. I have a friend. She lives in Colorado now.
Uh-huh.
We used to work together. Mm-hmm. And she knew me well enough that we just got to this point where she only communicated like very concisely, and she was a pro
at communicating concisely.
Yes.
Okay.
And since she moved away, hasn't been working, you know, now she's taken to, we don't text often, but when we do, she does the like and all this stuff, and it's tripling my alerts.
It's not tripling. If that's the only response you get from her, that's still one alert.
No.
No?
No. Because it's one thing if she just liked if I said something, but I might break my long message, because I'm a polite adult, into 2 or 3 messages. That way it doesn't just make this big wall of block text. Also, it suggests feel free to respond in between one of these. Mm-hmm. That's good communication.
Polite adult. That's interesting. Again, very interesting.
But if she likes every one of those, it's like, my God.
Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Because I don't...
Do you not?
I don't have a lot of serial likers in my orbit.
You're so lucky.
I'm not. No, I don't think so. No.
Well, here's one thing. I distinctly remember back in college, fraternity emails. People would lose their minds about getting their inbox spammed. You know, someone responding K on like a group email with, 60 people copied.
It's the only option back then.
And people would be mad. And I remember distinctly going, well, that's so easy because I could just, delete out of a whole row of emails or something. Like it cost me so little.
Yeah.
This, though, because of the alert thing, it literally might make me open my phone when I wasn't planning to. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, there's not actually any new messages. It's just
a bunch of serial likers.
Yeah.
All right. I have a good example of this, and I'm not going to use his name, but he knows who he is. I get so fucking pissed off. I have a friend that I've known for over 20 years, and his form of communication, because
try texting with my mom and see what happens.
Hey, my mom still has a dumb phone, and even if it takes her half hour, she still like texts like a champ. Beep beep beep.
T9.
Beep, beep, beep. Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways, I have a friend that does this, and I get like irrationally pissed off when like on Facebook, like Messenger, he would send me like a fucking thumbs up, like a big one. You know what I mean? In response to something. And I know he's making the face. He's making the and I'm like, oh, fuck you. Like, just respond like a normal human, and he's probably
with a meme.
Right. Respond like a normal human with a meme. And now he knows how to like press and hold on something to give a tiny thumbs up. And he's like, that doesn't fucking count. It still fucking counts.
Yeah.
Don't give me a thumbs up. Like, I ask you like a question that's like, hey, like, when are we going to do the thing with the thing and blah, blah, blah. I need actual response. And you're like, okay, you do that. Okay. Or you just give me a fucking thumbs up. I don't know what to do
in
with
that whole thing, you didn't designate any official things. You said, when are we? It was a question.
Yeah.
That was an inquiry.
Yeah. Like, the thumbs up is an acknowledgement of, like, yeah, we are going to do the thing, just not any of the details contained within, or just sarcastic assholery. But I'm assuming that people that give you thumbs up are not that way. I gave you a thumbs up literally hours ago because what I wanted to respond was tiny, okay. and then you would respond probably okay, and then we would just start okaying each other until one of us dies.
Is that a fear you have?
I don't like it.
That someone might not stop
Okaying.
Okay.
Until someone just dies.
Okay. Okay.
But it's just, I mean, you are one letter away from giving me a capital K.
K.
To me, that's fucking dismissive.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. That's efficiency.
No, it's not. You just said that, okay, when there was only email, when you had to pay 50 cents per text, right, back in the day, when you had a green screen on your Motorola. That was just me, Tetris. Anyways, so to answer, I don't know, it's not necessarily an answer, though. Like, it's a really, truly burning question. Why do people do this?
Yes.
Because we've created this technology. It's fantastic, right? We've like come to the point where like you can tap on a screen, press and hold, and like something magical happens, right? You download something, you do something very, very easily. And now the way that we talk to each other is like caveman, like fucking knuckle draggers. We grunt. That's all we do now. We just do single syllables or single letters or two letters. When someone, is trying to have a conversation, you're like, okay.
Or KK.
Don't say KK.
You're very close. I do KK.
Oh, no.
So efficient.
I don't think we can be friends.
One finger. Didn't KK.
Oh, no. I don't know if I've noticed that. Maybe I just tried to block it out. You said okay a lot. You say okay. It's an acknowledgement. It's just, to someone else, that's a thumbs up. So, what's your beef?
They do it too often. And it creates alerts that I have to go back and look at.
But you say okay.
In Teams,
yeah,
you have to go into this. It's not the normal
activity.
Yeah, it's like a different little window that you have to look at in order to get those alerts to go away. It's painful.
It's not that painful, honestly.
It's quite extra.
True. That's true. Okay. No, I can admit that. But like, are these people like wrong?
Yes.
Are they wrong for acknowledging, like, hey, you sent me something?
Well, so that's my answer.
Right.
The question is, what are they getting out of it?
Yeah. They're just acknowledging. That's what they're getting out of it.
I think they have problems with not receiving enough love and attention.
All right. So that's a little...
And that's their way of glomming onto the side and just going, yes, okay. Oh, great comment.
No way. I don't think I agree. You think that they lack love in
I'm
their
gonna
life?
find one of these people who does this, and I'm gonna tell them, hey, Ray had a question about this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
send him my way.
Generate a discussion between you two.
Yeah.
Where you're going to have to give multiple responses to any question that they give.
Yeah. And see if I get lit the fuck up with thumbs up.
Yes. And then I want you to tell me how fun it is to go. Well, I guess here's another question. What's your inbox look like?
I have 587
Oh my
emails.
God. You're a barbarian.
I'm not. I'm
Is that in the past day?
No. It's over time.
Okay. Podcast is over.
No. Sorry, we can't be friends.
I actually
turn it off.
cannot participate. You don't check your emails and zero out your inbox?
I am working on it.
Okay. That's I can accept that answer.
It's a process.
Well, let me ask this. How do you know if you got an email that's of value or not? If you don't read it.
Is this a burning question or just like a subset, like another series of...
This is a subset.
Okay.
Because, this is an easy answer for me. You look at who sent it, and if they're a fucking moron...
Trash. See, I should...
That's a joke.
No, I should... Yeah.
Kind of.
What I should do is just delete it. Instead, I'm like, that person's a fucking idiot. I'm not even going to do them justice and click on it at all. So it just sits there forever, for eternity. And if they put that stupid fucking, like, read receipt bullshit, they will never get that shit from me.
Do you know what that read receipt is?
What do you mean?
It's another thumbs up.
You're right. And
their inbox is probably full of these. Thumbs up.
Stop. I am gonna.
And if they can handle that, more power to them.
I
cannot. I don't do such things.
I'm working on
I'm
it.
civilized. I try to be.
So if you have more than what's okay, so what's your threshold for civilized as far as Outlook goes?
At the
No,
I do not leave the office.
Nobody zeros. There is not. You are in the minority of people that zero out their email at the end of the day. I guarantee that. But I just want to know your threshold. So if we can't be friends,
Actually, it makes me feel good.
Because you're better than ever.
Top 5%. Easy.
Top 5%, baby. So what's your threshold? Like, are we talking like below 100 is like acceptable, or like you have
on
to
a
have
rolling basis?
100.
Well,
98.
how do I say it? No. 0, but on a rolling basis. Like, you may be 100 behind, but you're eventually going to get all this.
I'm eventually going to get all 587 of mine.
Just do the right thing.
Do the right thing, yeah.
That's not so far behind that you couldn't catch up.
Yeah, I could. I could do that. Or I could do other things. Like, what's the word? My job.
Part of your job is responding to emails.
Is it?
I've had to put that in people's...
Really? Don't. Stop.
I've had to put that in the...
Stop.
If I look at their inbox...
Yeah.
And there's...
Wait, can you? Do you have magical powers? Do you have magical
no,
director powers?
I do not. I do not.
Okay.
No, I do not.
I was like, what?
I would tell you if I did, but I do not.
Okay.
No, it's because they exposed their inbox to me. Which is...
Like a trench coat, kind of like, oh my god, look at this shit. Here's some watches.
No, it's more of like a... You know how Columbo, they like... Only a left-handed person could have cut the brake wire to kill that person?
Yes.
It's one of those types of things where I'm like, what's wrong with this person? Why don't they ever respond?
Right.
And then I'll be like, we'll have a meeting, they'll share their screen, and then...
You just see a bunch of blue.
They'll have their inbox up for a little bit, and I'll see it, and I'll go, oh, that's the smoking gun. One question for you.
Yeah.
That was a Columbo.
Columbo. Sorry. I got you.
Did you watch this show?
It was a little bit before our time, but yes, I've seen reruns.
All right. As someone who wasn't allowed to watch a lot of TV as a kid, this is one of the things that passed the gate.
Wow.
That was... So at the end...
It was acceptable to sit the TV trays in the Midwest.
You got it.
I know I got it because I grew up in the Midwest.
He would... As he was like... interviewing the murderer or killer or whatever.
Yeah.
He would like act like he was done. Mm-hmm. And you could see that they would let their guard down. They'd exhale like, whew, oh, the detective's leaving. And then he'd stop halfway down the sidewalk and he'd go, one more question. And then he would... Are
you left-handed? They'd throw a pen and they'd catch it with their left hand or some shit.
Something like that, right? This is what happens with I see their inbox. I'm like, oh, that's the problem. You don't answer emails. You freaking moron.
No. It has nothing to do with intelligence.
Sure. I can accept that.
Okay, good.
They're lazy. It's a moral problem.
It is not a moral problem. This is not some deep moral problem. It is self-preservation.
They don't know it's good for them.
Oh, that's not true. And you know it. Are you going to tell them what's good for them? KK?
I think that keeping your inbox empty,
clean,
and not putting alerts on other people too often is right.
Socially acceptable. Accurate.
Moral.
Moral. That is deep. That's a pretty bold statement.
Well, what would you say it is?
It's not a moral issue. It is not a moral issue. Like, you get spammed and it goes into...
It's a moral issue without consequence.
But you said yourself it has consequence. They're like, oh, here's the fucking problem. Like, you ever watch...
No, I'm not going to say someone would go to hell for this, right?
No, I didn't say hell. I meant like, well, oh, there's our problem, right? Mythbusters. There's the problem.
Well...
Somebody, they're pulling up trying to share their fucking screen, and you see all this, like, blue unread shit in their Outlook, and like, oh,
I will conclude
that they are a monster,
no,
immoral,
maybe a dumbass.
So you're saying my 587 is borderline dumbass?
No, that's too strong. I will tell you though.
Yeah.
If an issue comes up, I will say to myself, well,
did you check your email? Yeah, that's what you
am I wrong?
Not necessarily.
This is where you're supposed to be like the dude in the Big Lebowski. You're like, you're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You're just an asshole.
Yes, exactly. No, I don't know. I don't know. I think there's definitely a mix here. You have very strong opinions about somebody that gives thumbs up, and
also has time to do all this liking of comments.
It's easy. Responding to emails is hard for other people. I respond to my emails. Just because I have 587, there's a lot. Just because I don't respond to those, it means I wasn't meant to. I respond to every single email.
That's oddly the moral position.
What?
Fate didn't allow me to answer.
Respond. So obviously I wasn't meant to. But you're saying that like I've got a moral problem with 587.
No, I'll back off of that. It's not a moral problem.
You're an asshole. Period.
You don't prioritize correctly. Or most efficiently.
Everybody's different.
Sure, some people are better than others.
I'm going to blow your shit up so hard now.
No.
Just ding, 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 ding. I mean,
think of the
my
pain
God.
that I will feel, though.
I am thinking about that. That's why I'm saying it this way. Not everybody has ill intent. Okay?
Right.
People sometimes just want to do the minimum. Okay? You say, hey, did you get the thing? Thumbs up.
But then I don't know. Did they receive my message and they are a confirmer, serial confirmer?
That is a serial
confirmer.
Or
did they actually get it?
They did. They did. What? Do you get a lot of hearts though from?
No, but it's
like
it's the likes.
Okay.
It's the likes.
Okay, the thumbs. Okay. Yeah, it's not
The bros don't heart.
The bros don't heart. Stop. You accidentally gave me a heart the other day, and then
did you notice I removed it?
You rescinded it, but it's still in my activity.
Oh, yeah. I feel so bad now.
You should.
Because I remember I was trying to read it.
Yep.
And it came. I noticed afterwards it came up, and I was like, "How did this bullshit get here?" And I got rid of it.
Yeah, nice. But it still shows up as my activity.
That was love to take it away.
No,
it was an attempt.
It was a
yes,
it was rescinding a heart. It was like a fuck you, and you just pulled it off the earth.
Rescinding that heart was love and attention. Because to me, that heart would have been just an unnecessary,
empty,
evil,
hollow, evil.
And so I said, "Oh man, I shouldn't have done that. That's so rude."
Well, guess what?
And I took it away.
It's still in my activity. It still showed up as an activity. And then I was like, oh, someone did something. And I see the heart. And it says, Jay, with the heart reacted or whatever. So I click on it. And then I'm looking at our messages now. And then I literally in real time watch you rescind a heart. And I'm like, oh my God, what an asshole.
Now you know that it was actually
an accident.
Love and care.
Love and care to rescind. Just pull that fucking heart back.
The initial heart was the mistake.
Right. To pull it back is divine. Yeah, good.
I think that wraps it up. To answer the question, the people who do this serial liking, they have emotional gaps.
Yeah.
And if you love someone, answer your emails. And clear out your inbox.
Yeah. That's a goal. Life goal. Life goal. Tomorrow goals.
Steady state.
I like that.
That's the answer to this burning question. It's just a matter of convention.
Wait, do I sound like that?
Do I sound like that?
Oh my God. Wait, can you talk like Kermit for a second so that I'm going to cut it out, but...
Inquiring minds might differ on this subject.